Apart from keeping a roof over your head, I don't think any issue takes more of your time when you move to a new country than the matter of how you're going to get around. You're going to use public transport, catch Ubers and taxis, buy a new car, a used car, a motorbike. Getting around is something that everyone grapples with, and I haven't met anyone that hasn't hit some hurdles or pitfalls or challenges along the way. We purchased a 1993 Toyota Surf shortly after arriving in Paraguay. We knew it had some deferred maintenance issues, and in that regard it hasn't let us down because it's definitely had some issues that we needed to sort. The real challenge was not so much in dealing with the issues, but finding someone that was competent to be able to carry out those repairs. After turning over a lot of rocks, it looks like we've found a good mechanic who's done a reasonable repair. We've got the car back, so fingers crossed, so far so good. But in that time, we really turned our mind to thinking about what are we going to do as a transport option plan B. There is a public transport here, and it's definitely better than the place where we once called home. The region where we lived, there was no public transport at all, so we really appreciate that option here. But like any public transport option, it can be unreliable. It's difficult to understand where it actually goes at times. So it is an option for us, but it's definitely not the plan B that we were hoping for. After a lot of thinking and soul searching, we decided that the thing for us to do was to buy a cheap Chinese motorbike. A lot of people do that here. They really are the donkey of Paraguay. The purpose of this video today is just to talk about some numbers and some options. It's not for everybody, but it certainly seems to be working out well for us. So what we decided on was the Star 150cc motorbike, 2019 model. Not sure how many Ks it's done. It had a disabled speedo. That is a very common occurrence. You just simply have to go from the condition of the bike and get some advice there. It looks like it's in reasonably good nick as far as I can see. I've had a mechanic look over it. I actually purchased it from a mechanic, so that gave me just a little bit of reassurance, and it was somebody that I had met through somebody that I know. So often with these things, that's kind of the best assurance that you can have. So I've had that bike for a couple of weeks. It's going really well. Purchased it for about $470 US. That was actually a higher price than what you'd usually spend on something like that. The going price, from what I can see online, is somewhere around the $400 US mark. I paid a little bit more because the guy that I purchased it from was a reputable mechanic, so I thought it was worth paying just a bit extra, with the comfort of knowing that if anything needed to be done, at least I was dealing with someone that knows a little bit about bikes. And indeed, since I purchased the bike, there's just been a few tiny things that needed to be sorted. I've taken it back to him and he dealt with it free of charge. So I think that I've already got my money back, so it's worked out pretty well. To transfer into my name, it cost about $27 with the Escribana, and the road tax was about $12. That's US. In terms of keeping it on the road, petrol here is about 80 cents US a litre, so to get this thing around from week to week, it's going to cost me virtually nothing. So for us, it's a really good option. It's not for everybody. I know a lot of people aren't really into motorbikes. Some people are scared of them, and I totally understand that. In Paraguay, it has pretty ordinary statistics for road safety, to be honest. But this particular bike here has some advanced features that are seen on very few bikes around this region, like brakes that work, indicators and lights. It even has a horn that my friend Daniela refers to as a honk. If you maintain them well, they'll stay on the road for years. So that's a real key to keeping these things chugging along. But I also employ quite a sophisticated safety measure, seldom seen here in this part of Paraguay, which is wearing a safety helmet. I don't wear it when I'm around the village, but I certainly don't it when I'm hitting the highways and going into car coupe and the larger city centres. A couple of days ago, I did a trip around one of my favourite towns, Atyrá, tied the sad old GoPro to the front and back mud guards and got some action shots. So I hope you enjoy that. And until next time, take care. Okay.